Hey everyone, I'm Mitchell J, the Scaredy Cat Guide, and don't mind me and my cold. I sound like I'm talking in an igloo right now. But that doesn't mean we still can't get a crypto video done and get some knowledge transferred. So, in my last video, I talked about knowing price points and why we should know our price points. So, I want to elaborate that and take that a little further. So, let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick. And I'll further the point in a minute looking at EOS. But yesterday I talked about how basically Bitcoin essentially is kind of just in a range. So like there's no need to freak out if we go from 9,400 to 9,000 or vice versa. Because until we basically break below this range or break above this range, we're basically kind of just stuck, bouncing around, right? And I talked about knowing your price points, and that was in regards to knowing the price point of the bottom of the range or the top of the range. And then if we get a breakout or a breakdown, we can act accordingly. So in regards to the Bitcoin analysis, nothing's really changed. We're still in this range. Our upside targets are still the same. Our downside targets are still the same. And we'll just wait and see. Now, let's take a look at EOS. And I did look at it in my other my video yesterday, but I want to talk about something now. So we talked about price points in terms of where we're looking for something to break out or break down in regards to Bitcoin. But we can also use price points in terms of spots to enter and exit positions. So if you look at EOS, I talked about this yesterday. We stair-stepped up and then boom, went kind of parabolic, blow off top. Probably going to get a down day. We did. And then today we're up now, but we were down most of the day. It's rallied here of late. And here's the biggest thing. So the prior all-time high, the opening closing high was 16 bucks. The intraday was up at like 1870, but closing highs $16. Also marked a top that we basically did not surpass again until way after this big recovery, and then boom, we blasted through it. So as far as price points, what do you think I'm keeping my eye on then? Obviously, this prior high of 16. So when we ripped and we started pulling back, it's like, all right, cool. Where can we go? We don't really have any kind of base or any support or anything to work with here. This is the last little consolidation. So I was like, all right, cool. I guess I could look at, $14, $14.50 as the possible stopping point. But wait a second. We got this prior all-time high. And this is a price of significance. It was a prior high, therefore psychological level, therefore buyers and sellers generally take action here. So there's likelihood that we would see action here again. So we're pulling back. If I want to try and buy this, where's the first price point I'm looking at? I'm looking at this prior all-time high, which is basically a prior resistance, which now resistances generally become support. So I want to test that theory. Boom, I decided to. I had an order in around 16 against Bitcoin. It worked out to like a little bit above 16 because that math just seems to be squirrely and changes constantly. But anyway, so boom, we get down to 16, bounce, and we've actually bounced more than I thought we were gonna. I honestly thought we'd end up still with another red day. But bottom line is, from here, will we go higher? Will we go lower? I don't know. I'm not a magician and I can't tell you what the future is. I wish I could because then I would just get every single trade right. But what I can do is look for price points, and that's what I did. So 16 was a price point. I dabbled there, and obviously, stop loss in place because if we didn't bounce, then you don't want to get smoked. I wasn't looking to ride it down to 14. So boom, we got the bounce at that price point, 16, prior, the prior all-time high, closing high. So again, I don't know what we'll do from here. Maybe we go higher, maybe we go lower, maybe we consolidate some. It doesn't matter. The point is know your price points and use them for good entries and exits. So that's what I did. And I got a, almost lucky good entrance. So, we'll see what happens. But whether it's day trading, swing trading, long-term investing, why not get in at good prices? You know what I mean? Why buy up here when, you can buy down here? And this is something you should never buy. Like when we go parabolic and you get a blow off top, like this is not a good spot to buy. There's just so many times looking at so many crypto charts over the last couple of years. I mean, you can see this happen. I mean, here you saw it. Yeah, it happened here with EOS when it made this the 16 high. I mean, it blasted through 18, came all the way back, and then boom, boom, boom. So we'll see. Right now, this is holding up better than this did, but we'll see because look, it had the big upper wick and then it ended up failing. I don't think we're going to get that because I mean it's 7:30 Eastern time here on Tuesday night, and this daily candle closes in 30 minutes. So we'll probably finish green unless something crazy happens in the next 30 minutes. But the bottom line is, let's see what the next day brings. We may consolidate. We may push through lows, and obviously I have a stop. The low of this candle, and I've already taken a little off this trade I entered. And um, you know, as far as long term, I have been making trades to basically earn free coin. Like the profits turn into coins that I hold for my long term position. So, therefore, um, I've essentially been able to do that by knowing my price point, using that as an opportunity to add some coins, and then sell off that profit and essentially keep the profit in coins, and then let the trade work and have my stop loss. So that's the way you want to do it. You want to essentially um, book some profits and come as close as you can to free rolling the rest of the trade or the rest of the position. And I think that'll be it for now. Like I said, I just wanted to talk about price points again and show you a really simple, clear example of how a prior high became, a very prominent price point and essentially a pivot point. So I think that'll be it, and we'll see you on the next video.